Hi guys, our lesson today is about the distance between 2 points. If we have 2 points A and B and we have the coordinates of A and B, to find the distance between them, let the distance is D. Just apply the Pythagoras theorem on this triangle. So we get D equals D squared equals what? The square of the hypotenuse, the length of hypotenuse. It will be x sub 2 minus x sub 1 all squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all squared. To find D, just take the square root of both sides. So D equals the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 all squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all squared. Let's have an example. If we have here 2 points A and B, A is 4,6 and B is 1,10. So x-axis is what? Or x coordinates is what? 4 and 1. The difference between 4 and 1 whole square plus the difference between y squared 6 and 10. Just square the difference and take the square root. So D is x sub 2 minus x sub 1 whole squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 all squared, and take the square root. Now we have here 1 minus 4 is negative 3 all squared, it will be 9, and 10 minus 6 it will be 4 all squared, it will be 16. 9 plus 16 is what? Is 25. So the square root of 25 is 5. So the distance between A and B is 5 units. Let's have another example. He said here, if the distance between A, 3 and B, 8 is 13, what is the value of the absolute value between the difference A and B? Now we have here 2 points A, 3 and B, 8, and we have here the distance. So we can make an equation to find the difference between A and B. It's very easy. Just we will start with what was the distance. Now we studied before that D equals what? Here write the rule, and we can here square to get rid of the sign of the square root. Just square the two sides. So D squared is difference of x all squared plus difference of y all squared. Now plug with numbers. So we delete D and write 13 squared, and we have here B minus A all squared plus 8 minus 3, the difference between y squared, y coordinates 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3 is what? Is 5. 5 squared it is 25. So 169 equals B minus A all squared plus here 8 minus 3 is 25 all squared, it will be 25. Now we have an equation. Just move 25 to the other side to be subtracted. We get B minus A all squared equals 144. So take the square root of both sides. We get the square root of B minus A all squared is what? Is the modulus between the difference B and A is what? Is 12. Now we get the modulus between A and B is 12, or the absolute value of the difference between B and A is 12. So don't forget this rule. If we have the square root of x squared is what? Is the modulus of x, or the absolute value of x. So don't forget this rule. It's very important. We use it in many questions. Let's have another example. We have here a triangle ABC in xy plane. The coordinates of A is negative 4, 4, and the coordinates of B is 4, 4. If the area of the triangle is 24, which of the following be the coordinates of the point C? We can draw A and B on the grid here. A is what? Is negative 4, 4, and B is what? Is 4, 4. Now we can deduce here the distance between A and B. Just we have here 4 units left and 4 units right, so 4 plus 4 equals 8. Now we can suppose that AB is the base of the triangle ABC. From the opposite figure, AB is 8 units, and we have here the area is 24. Now, what is the rule of the area of the triangle? Half base times height equals 24, and base is 8. We can suppose AB as the base. So, half 8 times height equals 24. It's easy to solve. So, we have here half 8 is 4. 4 times h equals 24. 4 times what equals 24, 4 times 6, so h equals 6 units. So we can deduce the y coordinates of C. Just 4 plus what? Plus 6. It will be 10, maybe 4 plus 6. 6 if we draw C up, but we can draw C down. So it will be 4 plus negative 6 because it will be down. So the C coordinates or the y coordinates of the point C may be 10 or negative 2. So the correct answer is B, because y coordinate here is 10. You can choose B. Let's have another example. We have here the distance between 2 points A, x comma 5, this is comma, okay, and B is 6 comma 1 is 2 square root of 5. It's a real number. What is the value of x? By the same way, we can form here an equation. We studied before that d squared equals the difference between x all squared plus the difference between y squared, y all squared. So d is what? D is 2 square root of 5. So we can write here the difference between x, 6 and x, so it will be x minus 6 all squared, and the difference between y, it will be 5 minus 1 all squared. So plug with numbers. We have here 2 square root of 5 all squared equals x minus 6 all squared plus 5 minus 1, it will be 4 all squared, it will be 16. So we write 2 square this number, 2 square root of 5, just 2 times 2, it will be 4, and square root of 5 all squared, which is square root of 5 times the square root of 5, it will be 5. So 4 times 5, it will be 4 times 5 equals 20. We get 20x squared minus 12x plus 36 plus 16. What is this? This is a quadratic equation. We can write it in the standard form. Just move 20 to the other side to be subtracted. We get x squared minus 12x plus 36 plus 16 minus 20 equals 0. We have here collect the like terms, 36 plus 16 minus 20, they are like. Now x squared minus 12x plus 32 equals 0. It's easy to solve this, just use factorization. We can name 32 as what? As a product, and 12 is what? 12 is a sum. So I'm looking for two numbers. Their product is 32 and their sum is 12. So it's easy, it will be 4 and 8. 4 times 8, 32, and 4 plus 8, it will be 12. Now we can factorize this equation as x minus 4 times x minus 8 equals 0. So we get x minus 4 equals 0 and x minus 8 equals 0, two equations. So to find the value of x, what number minus 4 equals 0 mentally? X equals 4 and x equals 8. So what is the value of x? X equals 4 or x equals 8. Let's have another example. If the distance between the 2 points a comma 7 and 3a minus 1 comma negative 5 is 30, what is the value of a? By the same way, we have here the distance and we have here 2 points, but we can't find here the x coordinates is what? Is here a? Is here 3 minus a. It will be in terms of a, Okay, how can we find it? Just we will form an equation to find the value of a. We studied before that d equals what here? Equals to 13. So we write 13 and square the both sides, so it will be 169. 13 times the 13, we get what? 3a minus 1 minus a, the difference between x coordinates, and the difference between y squared, it will be negative 5 minus 7, it will be negative 12. Now we write 3a minus 1 minus a all squared plus negative 5 minus 7 all squared, it will be 169. We have here in this bracket 3a and negative a, so collect like term. 3a minus a, it will be 2a, so we can write here 2a minus 1 all squared plus negative 12 all squared, it will be 169. So negative 12 squared, it will be 144. We get here an equation. So how can we solve this equation? We have here 144. Okay, just subtract 144 from both sides. Now subtract 144, we get 2a minus 1 all squared, it will be 169 minus 144, it will be 25. It's perfect square number. To find here the value of a, just take the square root of both sides. The square root of 2a minus 1 all squared, it will be what? The absolute value of 2a minus 1 equals what? Equals 5. So we can deduce here the factor 2a minus 1, it will be equals, it equals 5 or negative 5, because we have here a modulus. So 2a minus 1 equals 5 and 2a minus 1 equals negative 5. So solve the two equations to find the value of a. We have two values of a here, so just move negative 1 to the other side to be added. 2a equals 5 plus 1 equals what? Equals 6, and divide both sides by 2, we get a equals 3. Go to the second equation, 2a minus 1 equals negative 5, move negative 1 to the other side to be added, so negative 5 plus 1 equals what? Equals negative 4, and divide both sides by 2, we get a equals negative 2. So we have here two values of a, maybe a equals 3 and a equals negative 2. Thank you for watching. See you soon, guys.